Hi guys, welcome. We've really enjoyed quite a bit of racing from KZN over the last couple of days. In fact, we're heading for our third meeting in 4 days when we head to the capital of KZN, Pietermaritzburg, for racing at Hollywoodbets Scottsville midweek on Wednesday for a 9-race program that gets underway at 12 o'clock. Thanks for joining me as we preview the meeting. There are a couple of horses that I like on the day. There's a long shot that I'm going to tip you, and there are also 1 or 2 races that I think we need to play with a bit of cover. Just to remind you, your selections for the free Hollywoodbet Punter Challenge, those need to be on 5 minutes before the advertised starting time of the first. You need to play the bet slip and put yourself in line to win that life-changing jackpot prize. Now in the first, a maiden juvenile plate, a race for fillies where 8 runners will face the start at the 1400. I think one of the better bets on the card, number 6, Plumbago Park. This horse brings solid Cape Town form to KZN. There's definitely further natural improvement expected. Now going 1400, informed jockey Andrew Fortune on board for Justin Snaith. I'm looking no further. 6 Plumbago Park to win it, ahead of 2 Alana, 3 Educator, and 4 Mrs. Glitter Sparkles. Race 2, first leg of the bipot, and race 2 on the card is a benchmark 66, where 8 of them will face the starter at the 1400 metre mark. There are a couple that one could make a case for, including the likes of 1 Kimball O'Hara and 2 Run to Rio. They priced up 1.82 and 2 to 1 respectively on Hollywoodbets.net. I like the third favourite, number 8 Beach Palace. Now this horse last time out carried 64 kilograms to victory, got up in the shadow of the post, and it was reported to have coughed. That certainly makes it a win full of merit. The form line was also franked by a horse called Run to Rio, with whom she renews rivalry and happens to be number 2 in this race. She should be fit and well, and I do think can go back to back. So I'm going 8 Beach Palace to win it, ahead of 1 Kimball O'Hara, 2 Run to Rio, and 5 Future Saint. Third race is a maiden plate, 12 runners to face the starter at the 1200 metre mark. Race 3 is the first leg of the place accumulator. You need to be on at 1:05. It certainly does look like a race in 2 as far as the betting is concerned. I heard whispers about this first-timer from the Mike and Matthew de Kock yard, number 7 Yippee Kaye, so definitely one to consider in whatever you're going to play on the day, but I like number 8 Wing Walker. Lucinda Woodruff has been in devastating form of late. She had a win at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Sunday, 2 winners on Monday, and I think she can continue about her winning ways here. Craig Zaki rides. This horse brings very strong Cape Town form to KZN. I like that last 2 runs as we're getting closer and closer with each start. The last form line franked by a horse called Trippy Silk. And if you'll remember on Sunday, Lucinda opened her campaign in KZN with a win in the poinsettia when she saddled My Sensation. So I'm going 8 Wing Walker to win it, ahead of 7 Yippee Kaye. For third, number 4 Sovereign Command, and fourth I'm going number 1 Galactic Lover. Now that takes us on to the pick 6. Not an easy start to the opening leg, because I think you can make a case for quite a few of them, including the likes of 4 Di Rosa, definitely an obvious inclusion. 5 Queen of the Spear has been improving with each and every run. 6 Midnight Hour should have more to come after having had its first run. 10 Calibuana from the stable of Louis Huerson. This horse certainly is one that has been showing improvement of late. And then there's number 11 Limitless Sky, who happens to be the favourite at 3.03. I in fact like the lesser fancy of the 2 Huerson runners, number 7 Dynasty's Loss. This horse is currently priced up at 12.5 to 1 in the betting. Now, this horse is always there or thereabout, and this horse took on winners last time out in Class 5's company. The only thing that I have reservations about is that Dynasty's Loss has the tendency of being slow away. If Dennis Schwartz can get this horse to jump on terms, place it nicely, set it alight where it matters most, I do think that Dynasty's Loss will give us a good run for our money, especially being back in maiden company. So 7 Dynasty's Loss is my each-way selection in race number 4, ahead of 11 Limitless Sky, 10 Calibuana, and 13 Fine Wine. That takes us on to race number 5. First leg of the jackpot. It's a Class 5 benchmark 66. 8 runners to line up at the 1200 meter mark. And here, it's 3.03 the field. Number 4, Irish, 1 Irish Rover, and number 5, Now I Got You. They are the joint favourites at 3.03 on Hollywoodbets.net. In fact, it was a toss-up between these two as to which one I'm going to be siding with. I initially thought I'm going to go with number 5, Now I Got You. Then I picked up a £3 penalty for that last win, and then got swayed in the direction of number 4, 1 Irish Rover. Got a 4 kilo claiming Appy on board for the MJ Woodendal yard. This horse ran on powerfully last time out when it won, and that was in Class 5 company and remains in that same kind of class in this particular race. Now having its second run after a rest, should strip much fitter, so 4, 1 Irish Rover to win it, ahead of 5, Now I Got You. For third, I'm going 7, Spirited Flight, and fourth, number 6, Cotton Ron. 6th race, a B Stakes, 13 runners to contest this particular event over 1200 meters, and another race where I thought a race in 2 between number 9, Golden Destiny, and number 10, Unbaldi. Golden Destiny, you can't fault the form. Ultra consistent. Craig Zaki, Dean Kanamayer, but I much prefer the Justin Snaith trained number 10, Unbaldi, with Muzieni, who has also been booting home the winners of late. This horse really tried hard last time out when it had to settle for second best. This horse currently priced up at 2.86 in the betting. I do think we can once again expect another honest run from 10 Unbaldi. Now, if we look at that last form line, when Unbaldi finished third, the horse that won that day was a horse called Gem King. The horse that ran second that day was a horse called Tanango, and the horse that ran behind him in fourth was a horse called Teflon Man. Teflon Man has subsequently come out and franked that form, but disappointed next time out on the weekend. The horse that finished second, Tanango, came out and franked that form with Gem King running second. That was in the Champagne Stakes. That was at graded stakes level, so that certainly has given that form line a boost. I'm looking no further than 10 Unbaldi to win it, ahead of 9 Golden Destiny. For third, I'm going 7 Good Traveller, and fourth, number 6 Soho Star. 7th race is a Class 4 benchmark 80 over 1,000 meters. A field of 12 will face the starter. This is either one of those races where you go short or play with cover, because if you're going to play with a bit of cover, you're going to have to include at least about 4 or 5 of them. I must admit, I like number 11 Blue Holly, currently 2.5 to 1 in the betting. This horse from the stable of Glenn Cotson, solid Cape Town form that it brings to KZN, absolutely loves the 1,000-meter trip it goes over. 3 very good runs in its last 3 starts. The last run finished 4th behind My Sensation, who has subsequently come out and won the poinsettia on the weekend here at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. So, 11 Blue Holly to give the boys a run, ahead of number 10 Rafa Boy. For third, I'm going 4 Grado, and fourth, number 9 Maneko Neko. That takes us on to the penultimate race on the card, and race 8 is a Class 4 benchmark 80 to be run over 1,600 meters. Another one of those races, either bank or you need to play with cover. This race I am going to play with cover, despite the fact that I do like number 1 Gurkha, purely because of the manner in which this horse won last time out. That is when it made its local debut and shed its maiden. It won exceptionally well, ran on well, hit the front and then geared down to victory. And I do think this horse will enjoy going 1,600 meters, and we can expect another honest run from number 1 Gurkha, because that last form line in which it beat Firelighter has been franked by Firelighter, who has come out and won since then. So 1 Gurkha to beat number 4 in Kwele. For third, I'm going number 10 Ricardo, and fourth, number 9 Dapper. That takes us on to the last of the afternoon, race number 9, a Class 4 benchmark 80. 13 runners will line up at the 1,600 meter mark, and here number 12 Dancing on a Cloud, Dean Kanamayer, Craig Zaki, find themselves top of the boards at 2.5 to 1 on Hollywoodbets.net. I like number 3, Terminator. Now, Terminator certainly tried hard last time out to make it back-to-back wins, but had to settle for second, unfortunately, on the day. This horse won its penultimate over the course and distance, will be up with the pace from the get-go, and I do think will be hard to peg back in the run to the wire. So I'm going 3, Terminator to win it, ahead of 2, Papa C. For third, I'm going 7, Mzam, and fourth, number 10, Red Mountain. 3, 2, 7, 10, the numbers, race 9, and that takes care of racing at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Wednesday. Trust you'll have an enjoyable and profitable afternoon. Till next time, from me, Rouvaun. Cheers for now.